Okay, let's see what we got.
You better watch closely. Oh, yeah.
I think it's about to get exciting.
Okay.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Hello
Okay.
and welcome to the Future Game Show pre-show! Hi guys, I'm Stephanie Panicello, but you may better recognize me as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. Luckily, I'm not on zombie duties today. Thank you, Leon. I'm really sorry though. I'm here to guide you through an exclusive first look at some exciting games from our friends at Daedalic Entertainment. The main show kicks off in just a few minutes, but why wait when we can dive into world exclusive reveals right now? To kick things off, here's Daedalic to tell us more about them and what they have in store.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Carsten Fichtelmann. I am the CEO and founder of Daedalic Entertainment. Welcome to our offices in beautiful Hamburg, Germany.
I did not know they were a German company.
Our
Interesting.
team is currently working from home, but I am in the office, alone. Daedalic is now in its 15th year as a developer and publisher. Over the course of this time, our studio has created a long list of original games, from classical adventure games like Edna and Harvey, The Whispered World and the Deponia series, to the tactical RPG Blackguards and the interactive
Blackguards.
adaptation of Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. We are very proud of our work, all the critical acclaim and awards that we
They've
have
done some good
received
stuff.
over the years. And most of all, the fantastic support of our fans worldwide. 2 years ago, we first announced that we will enter the world of Middle-earth with our new action-adventure, The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Our goal
I
is
forgot
to
all
take
about
this
that.
fascinating
Holy
character
shit.
and tell a story that offers a new perspective on this familiar tale while being faithful to the wonderful work of J.R.R. Tolkien. The game will be released in 2022. We are very excited to give you a first sneak peek at the end of this showcase today.
Why not just now?
Working as a development studio
All right.
has also influenced our direction as a publisher. We understand developers and what matters most to them. That is why the teams we work with always have full creative control over their games, as we try to do our best to help them realize their vision. We are always looking for fresh and innovative new experiences, games that engage players in deep storylines like The Suicide of Rachel Foster, or challenge their strategic abilities like in Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun or Iratus Lord of the Dead, or connect players all over the world in fast-paced multiplayer action like Barotrauma, Witcher or Unrailed, a game that you can play anywhere with anyone all over the world.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play
on
Shadow
PC and the
Tactics.
consoles via crossplay.
I hear it's really good.
We are excited to share with you what comes next in our journey. Today we will provide you a closer look at some of the games coming in 2021 and beyond, new reveals and surprises along the way. One of the most beloved games, Shadow Tactics, from Mimimi Games, is celebrating its 5-year anniversary this
5 years.
December.
Holy
Shadow
crap.
Tactics took players to Japan during the Edo period. With a group of 5 skilled specialists, you fight on behalf of the Shogun in a game that reinvigorated the hardcore tactical stealth genre. We're happy to announce our plans to return to Japan later this year. Take a look.
Like an expansion or something?
How do you do it, huh? How can you act like nothing happened?
I was forced to master my emotions at a very young age. Now, shall we begin?
Let's finish this. Ready when you are.
Ready, Aiko-san.
Spin-off series? Aiko's Choice. Okay. So what the hell is it? Standalone expansion. Interesting. I should really play that
Aiko's
game.
Choice is a standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, coming late in 2021. And you can wishlist it now on Steam. From the
Should
beauty
really
of
play that.
Japan, we now head to the bottom of the ocean, where horror lurks in the shadows, and every step you take may be your last.
Did I have a stroke writing the title? I don't think so. Oh my god, I've seen something about this. What the hell is this game called now? No, this isn't Carrion. Betrayal? Wait. If I'm controlling all 4 characters, it does look like The Fall. I know The Fall has like an expansion coming out. Or like a second thing. Hidden Deep. That's not the title I thought. That's a lot of hashtags.
If you're feeling brave enough, Hidden Deep is coming to early access in May. Wishlisted on Steam today to stay up to date on the latest developments.
They copied Among
I'll
Us.
let you in on a little secret. When I grow up, I want to be an android bounty hunter. You know, fast cars, crazy weapons, and
That
endless
doctor's
villains to
office
use
really
them
called
on.
Dr. Dong.
Luckily for me, this next game makes all those dreams come true.
Are gang disputes keeping you up at night?
Do you want to love good?
Hi, my name is Maciej. I'm the lead developer of Dark Lord, and today I will show you one of the missions from our game Glitchbank.
Oh my god.
You'll get
Turn
a
down your
sneak
game,
peek into
dude.
the second episode, where 3 factions fight for domination. Brainwashed Ordo fanatics, an anarchistic biker gang called Reapers, and working-class android rebels known
Okay,
as
so
the
this is
Plague.
GTA. Cyberpunk GTA. I'm down with it.
The police already knows that something's very wrong on the streets
Oni,
of
thank you
Baltia.
for the resub, dude.
Roadblocks and bounty
How have you been?
hunters might soon show up. But if everything
You love
goes
the
well,
GTA 2
we will
style?
see this
Yeah.
contract finished.
You don't
earning
see it
some
ever
extra cash
anymore.
and perhaps a new tech.
This is literally
In Glitchbank, your
GTA 2.
character progresses through new modules that give you new hacks, new
Finally,
abilities,
a
and passive
Cyberpunk
stat
game
increases. It allows you
that
to mess
works.
with pedestrians, gang members, and police officers in all sorts of ways. Instead of fighting solo against a group of enemies, it might be a good idea to start up a fight between gangs and police. Hacking system and branching storyline are the major features of the game. Right after this mission, there is a chance to push the story into one of 2 possible directions. All of that adds to the replayability of the game. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation and keep an eye on our Steam page and Discord channel for more updates in the future.
To prepare yourself for cyberpunk carnage and sandbox action across multiple cities, you can wishlist Glitchpunk on Steam right now. Dedelic Entertainment is well known for their point-and-click adventure pedigree, and our next game continues that tradition. So open your inventory and prepare yourself for a brand new announcement.
World premiere.
You don't like that font? Yeah, that font wasn't very good. That's true. So this is all just Daedalic entertainment stuff, right? This is kind of cool looking. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge. So far, yeah, yeah. This isn't the show yet, though. This is the pre-show. Yeah, they do, for sure. I'm a little choked how they're like, remember how we were making that Lord of the Rings game? Well, stay tuned after the show to see a little bit of it. Like, motherfucker, just show that shit now. Come on. I really like this world that they are setting up in this game. I don't think I want to point and click adventure though. Oh no, we'll see.
That beautiful sci-fi adventure is coming to PC and consoles early next year.
Next year, holy shit.
You're going to need a co-partner you can rely on in our next game, as two racers are connected by Elastic. That's right, Elastic. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out in this brand new announcement.
That sounds frustrating. Link to the finish.
Okay, you gotta pick a side. Ash, Jazz, you started on the left and then you went right, Jazz. Well, that is on you.
This looks exactly how I figured. It's people yelling at each other.
Whoa, we got balloons. Yes. Whoa. All right, grab onto it, push it. Yep. All right, let's go. Good lord, get off of us. Get off of us. You get off of us. Jump, jump. Oh, we made that. Barely, we made that. Okay.
Okay. Serious biz now. All right. I'm a serious Bumblebee here.
It looks like it could be fun. I love yelling games.
It's pizza time.
Like, it's obviously online, right? Because all those people were playing from different rooms, so.
To watch the full video, you can check out the Stumped YouTube channel after our show. Fling to the Finish releases in the second half of 2021, and you and your friends can wishlist it on Steam today. Next up, I want you to imagine a strategy game designed by medieval monks. Yeah, medieval monks. I bet you weren't expecting to hear those words in today's show. This game is one of a kind, so let's take a look.
I don't like how that bunny looks.
The Emergence of Medieval Books, a testimony to how we misunderstood the Middle Ages.
Pourquoi les escargots combattent les chevaliers?
Why do rabbits have swords and fight against dogs?
The thing is, these illuminations are not decorations.
Gross.
Ce sont des vestiges d'un ancien rituel, le rituel que nous ne connaissons pas, mais qui existait à l'époque.
Okay, so this is Darkest Dungeon, but not so dark, right? Not so dark dungeon. What is that? Inculinati? Inculinati?
Let the battle commence. Inculinati hits PC later in 2021, so make sure to get it wishlisted on Steam.
That's a weirdly hard name to say.
Revealed the first details
Rabbits
of
are mean
Lord of the Rings
motherfuckers.
at the
Yeah.
Future Game Show last August.
Rabbits are
And
motherfuckers,
today,
for sure.
We're excited to take our very first look at gameplay from Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Oh, are we actually gonna see it? Oh, here we go.
World premiere.
Mustn't see us.
Oh yeah, I just realized this is probably a full stealth game.
Don't look at us. The precious is gone.
Because Gollum kind of sucks. I didn't even consider that. Man, that world design though, holy shit. I didn't see what that last thing
And
was
that wraps
supposed to
up
be.
our pre-show. From ninjas in feudal Japan to the darkest corners of Middle Earth, I hope you've enjoyed these sneak peeks and reveals. A huge thanks to Daedalic and all the developers who showed off their awesome titles. For updates on all of today's games, you can follow Daedalic Entertainment on Steam. I've been your host, Stephanie Panisello, and it is time for me to hand over to some other Resident Evil friends for the future game show. Take it away.
Who? Maybe Matt Mercer? Who would they get to do this?
Good work. Your reputation is well deserved.
Hey, thanks.
Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show. I'm Nicole Tompkins, though you may know me as Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3. And today, we have an absolute monster of a show for you. And if I've learned anything about monsters, it's that they're best tackled with a partner. So please join me in welcoming my co-host, Jeff Shine.
Hey, Nicole. And hey, everybody at home watching. My name is Jeff Shine, but you might recognize me as Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3. Nick, I feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's nice to get the team back together.
We do make a good team. Though, I mean, hopefully today's a little bit more even-handed, because I
Ignore the shrine.
tend to do most of the heavy lifting, fighting. Nemesis,
No, don't ignore it.
16 times,
Look at the shrine.
I hate to butt into the main show, but
What is with all the Resident Evil voice actors here?
2 words for you. Mr. X.
That's fair.
What's
The
going
important
on?
thing is that nothing bad can get us at the Future Game Show. So, over the course of the next hour or so, we'll be showing you guys gameplay and trailers from upcoming games for PC and console for 2021 and beyond, with some exclusive trailers and developer interviews.
World premieres, exclusive trailers, and a few surprises in store.
Let's kick off with our first world premiere, and I want you guys to wrap up, get warm, because things are about to get chilly.
World premiere.
Mr. X's voice actor.
So, any word on Kai? Or his supposed rash?
Don't, please. Nobody's ruled it a crash anyway. They said it just vanished.
Is this the Long Dark?
Once is bad luck. Twice. Well...
No. The Long Dark didn't have a robot buddy.
It's enough to drive anyone nuts.
Yeah, well, short drive at least. Anyway, the whole thing smells off to me. Like a setup.
Oh God.
The short light.
You don't think he couldn't have done this on purpose?
Who knows? I never did understand that kid.
You're getting Firewatch vibes? Yeah, kind of,
Well,
right?
At least he's not alone this time. Little Charlie and Amelia, though. They've been through so much already.
Or Charlie.
Maybe they're better off without him.
That's what Kai said the last time we talked, but
Let's face it, the little brother's pretty messed up. And who the hell knows where it really is right now.
Okay. Arctic Awakening. Haven't heard of it. Episodic Adventure 2022. Okay. I guess not representative of final game. It's looking pretty good, like stylistically, I guess.
Hi, I'm James Simpson, director at Goldfire Studios, and we're working on a game called Arctic
Goldfire Studios.
Arctic Awakening is an episodic narrative adventure game about the survivors of a plane crash
Indie
in
developer.
the unforgiving Arctic winter. Their story is one of survival, friendship, self-discovery, and the mysteries they encounter along the way.
Exocraft Casino RPG
The year
BC
is
Wars Poker
2062,
RPG.
And you play as Kai, an ex-Navy pilot who has retreated into isolation.
Haven't heard
after
any
recent
of it.
Traumatic events upend his life. He now finds himself in unknown territory with a missing co-pilot and only an AI drone to keep him company. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive gameplay from shortly after the crash. Kai is desperate to find Donovan, but the AI drone isn't about to let him just wander off into a blizzard without first starting a fire.
I like to take
Part
notes.
of Alfie's job is never letting Kai out of his sight, and this tends to get under Kai's skin. Much of Arctic Awakening revolves around exploring the beautiful open world and uncovering the mysteries that lie within. However, the choices you make or don't make through your actions and fully voiced conversations directly impact how Kai's relationships with the other characters evolve. Arctic Awakening is coming to PC, Mac, and consoles in 2022. Thanks for watching. Be sure to wishlist on Steam and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks again to James for that exclusive first look at Arctic Awakening. Okay, Jeff, imagine being stuck in the same place in an endlessly looping cycle.
Oh, Nicole, that is my entire 2020.
Well, then you're gonna love our next game, as it's all about breaking free. Let's take a look at Returnal.
I do want to see more about Returnal because I'm not interested yet. I'm interested in like a lot of things about it, but hearing that it's a roguelike or a roguelite.
Hello, my name is Mikael Haveri, and I am the
Throws
business
me
and
off.
marketing director at Housemarque. Currently, we're working on Returnal. Returnal, in a nutshell, is a fast-paced sci-fi shooter with roguelike elements. And as a new addition to Housemarque, we're adding a layer of narrative storytelling.
I'm gonna throw myself over that.
That can't be here.
Try to
In
get
Returnal,
as
you
much
take on the role of Celine.
UI
is a
stuff.
Deep space Astro Scout that crash
It's
lands
really
on the
good
planet
looking.
Atropos. On this planet, she quickly realizes that she's stuck in a never-ending nightmarish loop. That always upon her death, she wakes up in the same place, but the world has changed, and all the challenges she has to face are different. At the focus of the game, we have a very tight gameplay loop where you dash, jump around, shoot at enemies with lots of tentacles coming at you. There are also a lot of bullet hell elements, so fast-paced maneuvering, dodging, and running and gunning is the main focus of the game. But there are also lots of the storytelling layers that Celine finds out about in a non-linear fashion. So as you make your way through Atropos, you find out who your main character is, what is the sort of deepest secret that she's trying to answer, and also how this planet ties into the whole bigger picture and who are actually the inhabitants of this mysterious planet. Overall, we at Housemarque are looking forward to bringing you a very exciting and frenetic shooter experience.
It looks cool.
And Returnal will be hitting PlayStation 5s on April the 30th this year. So looking forward to having the game out there. Hope you enjoy.
I'm doubting I'll have a PlayStation 5 by then, so I'm not too worried about seeing it right away. But
Exactly as I left it.
man, I am interested. Gotta get
Thanks
that PlayStation
to Housemarque
logo
for
in there.
taking us through the game. Returnal is coming exclusively to PlayStation 5 on April 30th.
Our next game is a love letter to JRPGs.
Oh my God,
set in a
yes.
world where the past and the future collide on screen. But here in present day,
I want
we've
this
got
game
a
so
world
bad.
premiere of the newest trailer.
having these strange dreams. I think it's a memory of my mother.
God, it looks so good.
We need to hurry up. We have to stop her. I do feel a connection. There's something there.
David, you know what the sad part is that if I did, I'm sure I would get some.
As am I.
And that would make me feel real bad.
Youthful appearance. Yours are the gift to see possibility.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight? Hold your ground. They won't get past us.
So many questions. Matthias the Frog, at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some time now.
My name is Tell Me If You Survive.
It appears I was correct.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities. I am certain I was created with a purpose. I wish to discover what it was. We'll have time for your banter later. Let's move forward.
Hold on. You have a talking frog?
Thank
and
you.
Didn't mention it? A talking frog is like in my top 5 animals I want to meet.
God, it looks so fucking good. Not even fair. Sorry, every other RPG.
Chris Tales is coming to consoles and PC in July this year.
Now, back in 2015, Axiom Verge blew us away with its retro Metroidvania action.
Do we have a date
Axiom
for
Verge 2 is
this?
bigger and better,
Yet?
and the work of just one developer. So prepare to feel very lazy in comparison.
Hello, I'm Tom Happ, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my upcoming game, Axiom Verge 2. But first, a quick trip down memory lane.
I feel like a bunch of us have been
For
waiting
anyone
for
not
this game
familiar
for
with the
so
first
long.
Axiom Verge, here's a very brief synopsis.
I should replay that
The story
first
was
game
a sci-fi
on stream.
adventure in which you play as Trace, a scientist who winds up in the world of Sudra. His mind is preserved by machines, and every time he dies, his memories are transferred into a new, cloned body. It's a love letter to some of my favorite games growing up, including Metroid, Blaster Master, Contra, and many more. When I crafted the story, I made sure to think deeply about the entire universe.
Oh, that's
of
so
Axiom
fucking
Verge.
cool.
How did it come
The
to be?
scrap
How was it
paper with
related
the
to our
ideas
world?
on it.
I
Oh,
ultimately decided to break the full story of the Axiom Verge universe into multiple parts with multiple perspectives.
I wonder if he would
each intended to
photocopy
be
that and
its
sell
own
it to
game.
me.
And now, the next chapter is ready to be revealed. I don't want to spoil things too much, but most of Axiom Verge 2 is set before the events of Axiom Verge 1.
Most
But
of.
They're each standalone, complementary experiences, so you can play them in either order.
Interesting.
In
Okay.
Axiom Verge 2, you play as Indra, the mysterious billionaire behind the worldwide Globe 3 conglomerate. Hiding in Antarctica is what appears to be an ancient, alternate Earth, complete with mountains, lakes, deserts, and the ruins of a civilization. But you get the feeling that something else is lurking just past the fringes of reality, waiting to pull you in. Although Axiom Verge 1 and 2 flesh out different parts of the same overall universe, their mechanics are quite different.
The special edition
Games
came
share
with
the
an
same
art book
DNA,
for the first
and
one.
fans of the first game will definitely feel right at home in this one. But make no mistake, this isn't just an iteration of the gameplay you saw in the first game. It is a complementary piece of the overall puzzle that is Axiom Verge. Now, it would be customary in a developer commentary to go into lots of detail about all the new and different mechanics and introduce new enemy types, bosses, and weapons, but I'm really hoping to avoid spoilers here. Even mentioning that there are spoilers is itself a spoiler. But one thing that has not changed is that there are tons of hidden areas for you to explore and mysteries to find.
Listen, man,
So
all
if
I
you
need is a
really like
date.
the feeling of figuring out deeply hidden secrets, I think you'll love Axiom Verge 2. Be sure to keep
I have
an eye
not
out
yet,
for Axiom
Ace.
Verge 2 when it launches on the Epic Games Store and Nintendo Switch.
God damn it, still no date! Fuck!
Thanks again to Tom for that guided tour. Axiom Verge 2 is due out on PC and Switch later in 2021.
Great, thanks.
This next game is what I'm all about. 60 ninjas enter. Only one ninja leaves.
Are you going to be that one ninja?
If I study this exclusive gameplay, anything's possible.
I mean...
Behold, Naraka.
Now that I possibly have a job, yeah, probably. Otherwise, I would have said no. EGS. I don't have any problem with Epic Games at all. I mean, I'm waiting for the background check, but yeah, they offered it to me on Friday. I guess that was yesterday. So, fun story about this game. They've had, like, alphas or something? They've had, like, technical tests going on. And, it's super cool, but it was buggy as fuck. So, also, it is a battle royale. And playing a technical test battle royale without a squad, or like without buddies, was kind of shitty. This is looking like it's moving way better. Like maybe I just had like a bad setup for it or something. I played a little bit of it and was not overly impressed. This looks way, well, whatever bitrate they were streaming at is making this not look as good, but this looks way better. Make sure that force is there. I am positive. Well, yeah, I feel like I probably have it because, let's be real, background check, I ain't been doing nothing. There's been no traveling, there's been no anything, so, you know, I don't know what they would find. But yeah, I am positive about it. I'm happy about it. I haven't been convicted of a murder, so I got that going for me. Is this a Dark Souls Battle Royale? Even better, it's like a ninja Battle Royale. Maybe I just like really sucked in the alpha. This looks way better than what I saw. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Those are big letters.
Naraka Blade Point is developed by 24 Entertainment and is due to grapple hook onto PC this coming summer.
Next up is an open-world action-adventure that took Kickstarter by storm back in 2019. And once you've seen it in action, you'll understand why. Here's Weston Tracy with an exclusive new look at Savior.
What's this, Savior?
Hi, I'm Weston, the director of the upcoming action-adventure game Savior. In Savior, you play as Sam, a stranger with no possessions and no memory. As you explore, you'll discover your origin.
Chat, where are we at with
You'll have to either
pixel
battle,
art?
evade, or persuade your opponents.
Are we getting sick of pixel art games?
Build the broken world.
Are we still okay with them?
At its core,
where are we at?
There are three things that make Savior special. First is the combat system. It was inspired by playing years of Punch-Out on the NES.
Oh, interesting.
So you and many of your opponents have the ability to strike, dodge, and parry, which adds realistic strategy not really found in the genre. Opponents strike fast, but they all telegraph their strikes, so you'll learn their attack patterns and surely best them over time.
That's kind of interesting.
The early enemies don't block so well, so you can kind of button mash your way through. But as you progress, you'll need to watch for telegraphs and time your dodges, blocks, and counters carefully. Things get dicier when two opponents
You're sick
attack
of
at
8-bit
once.
stuff?
They'll always try to surround
There.
you, and it's best not
No
to
beef
let
with them. Not sick of it.
Next is movement.
Is this
Sam
basically
runs and
Nidhogg?
jumps like any other 2D
I was
action
kind of
figure,
thinking the same thing.
but she does
You don't
much
like when the
more.
pixel art has too many
With our
colors.
addition of
It gets too
parkour,
busy.
especially
I
the
agree.
ledge grab, she bounds through the terrain with a unique and satisfying fluidity. The dozens of animations and movement commands make movement a standout feature.
That dragon is
Just
neat looking.
Running around is fun. Arcadia is a land divided. The Chosen have lived
This
under
looks
the
neat.
rule of their deity for 1,000 years.
They had me with the combat.
They are led by the
Couldn't
laws
care
of
less
three,
about the other stuff.
which
Yeah, I'm sure the other
dictates
stuff
all
is fine.
areas of Arcadian life.
But that combat looked
Especially the
real cool.
punishment for doubt or challenge. Any who oppose the creed are banished and dropped into the depths of the planet.
Oh,
They are
God.
known as the Fallen. But the Fallen survived their banishment. They explored their underground home where they thrived. But the Chosen and the Fallen have been divided too long. It's up to you to reunite them. All of us at Starsoft are working tirelessly to bring Savior to Steam and Nintendo Switch in winter of 2022. We hope
2022.
You'll add Savior to your wish list on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, or follow us on social media to stay up to date on our progress.
Oh, this was a Kickstarter game
Savior
from
is
2
coming
years
to
ago.
PC and Switch in winter 2022. Our next game opened the very first Future Game Show and had us itching to see more ever since. Please welcome Team Kill Media with a new slice of action from their console horror shooter, Quantum Error.
Why does that name sound familiar? I guess we'll see in a second. She's coming back. Chill. What's wrong? Lay down. She'll be home soon. Is this just horror Doom? You have a breathing gauge. Oh no, this is the Dead Spacey type game, right? It's kind of slow moving. Oh god. That's a big chungus. Fuck yeah, hit him up with that rail gun. Oh great, I love the Mako sections in Mass Effect. The odds of life. I have a feeling this is a ways out. This looks neat as a base, but it definitely has places it needs to go, I think. Pretty bare bones. 2023 makes sense. Watch this just a few months from now. What's he being hurt by? Looking at that thing? I don't understand. Okay. like saving an NPC or something. So does that thing just like follow you? It's just like a slender. I don't get what that monster is. The Sega Saturn is dropping right now. Comes in here. That's a cool weapon. Not even PC?
That was just 4 minutes of the terrifying Quantum Error, which is coming to PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series X and S. To see the extended cut of this demo, check out Games Radar tomorrow.
The next exclusive trailer is unlike
What?
anything you've seen before. It's a playable metal album where the action brings the lyrics to life. Here's the newest trailer for Of Bird and Cage.
Oh,
not yet rated.
Yes, I've heard of this. I saw some people who I respect their opinion on some stuff talking about how this looked neat. This is a sequel to Brutal Legend. Yeah, pretty much, right? Left or right? Yeah, DMCA, exactly. Oh man, this is like bad Cradle of Filth, though. They could have chosen some better music, maybe. QTE to drink. Now we're Dream Theater, apparently.
We can exclusively announce that Of Bird and Cage launches for PC on May 20th, and PS4, Xbox One, and Switch later this year. You can wishlist the game right now on Steam.
I wonder if I can get a code for that game.
Is all about the power of
I want to play this so bad.
When I fight Nemesis and you shout advice from a safe distance?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty much exactly like that. Here's Joseph Fares to tell us how you'll be teaming up in the new adventure game from EA Originals, It Takes Two.
This came out yesterday.
Are you ready for the roller coaster ride?
Nightwish?
No.
No, Nightwish is good. That's the difference.
My name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the founder and writer, director at Hazelight Studios. And Brothers A Tale of Two Sons, A Way Out, and now the new game coming out March 26th, It Takes Two. Actually, what we do at Hazelight is actually quite unique. What I mean by that is that we're creating co-op experiences that are written.
This is on EA Play,
from
right?
The beginning, from the start, like that. You do have co-op games,
But on like their
but
premium
not
play,
created
not the
this
one you get
narrative
with
way.
Game
They
Pass.
are not drop in, drop out, which means that we can create unique experiences and unique stories that's very. There are situations in this game, I would say, that's almost have a physical connection to the player as well. It's also
Play Pro.
something I think is underestimated what you can do creatively.
I should sign up for Play Pro to play
How come
this.
you get all the cool gadgets?
Because I'm cooler than you, Cody.
Sometimes the connection.
The
could be
music duo.
metaphoric,
It takes two, baby.
We have a
Me
section
and
where
you.
you're playing as a piece of magnet. That's a metaphor for attraction. So whatever happens in the story will be reflected in the gameplay. Even an example like this. In this case, they are in a tree, and the male character, the clay character Cody, he forgot to clean the hive. So in real life, obviously. So right now, the squirrels that live in that tree are in war with the wasps, and you actually use the squirrels' high-tech.
This is
weapons
fucking
to take out the
adorable.
wasps. So, and
God, I wanna
he
play this so
can
bad.
Shoot matches, and he can shoot sap, and when you combine those, you create an explosion. So again, it's a unique mechanic for every character that kind of connects to the story. That's why I keep saying, whatever you meet in the story, whatever happens, you'll be playing it. This is just some example. What you're seeing here is just the mechanic for this level, and you will be doing different things for every level you play, and whatever happened in the story, you will be playing it. If you buy the game and you play,
Seems like
on the
Alice
couch
Madness
and you
Returns.
play with a friend for free,
There's
then
definitely
it
an
should be
Alice
the same
Madness
feel if you
Returns
play online. It
vibe
wouldn't be
in
fair
some
just
stuff
because your
going on
friend
here,
can
for
play
sure.
with you in the couch, this person have to pay double the price. You know what I mean? From that perspective, Friends Pass came up because it makes sense. It's a logical decision.
He's right.
What is wrong with that guy?
It's gonna be such a wild ride to play this game. It's gonna be such a unique experience from the beginning to the end, and it's gonna be a
Yeah,
joy
this looks
and a fun.
wonderful.
I can't wait to look at some reactions when the players stream this and play this, because I know there will be definitely some really cool reactions, especially on some scenes, and especially.
I wonder if Erin would play this with me, or if it would be a little. She's not like really
All right, so the
into
game is coming out,
games.
on March 26th. It will be on. Let's see now. PS4,
So it might be a
PS5,
little
Xbox,
too difficult.
Xbox One, I could do it. Xbox X, Series X, and I don't know. But not Switch for now. We don't have any plan for it now. Who knows in the future, maybe. But other than that, all future console and next gen.
So yeah, that's out already.
You'll be able to
Looks
take
great.
advantage of Friends Pass when It Takes Two launches on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
To his
and
credit, he
PC
didn't say
tomorrow on March 26th.
he didn't say fuck Nintendo. So
Our
to
next
his
game
credit.
is like Cyberpunk meets Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
as you
this
crack
is the
cases
detective
in
game.
Virtual worlds. Are you ready to play Digital Detective in
Digital.
Game Deck?
Yes. So
World premiere.
this game sounded like it was just never going to come out because of how big they were making
It's a
it.
strange profession. Game deck. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. The trail never gets cold. And so the game is always on.
Oh wow. Okay. This game looks super cool.
Game Deck is coming to PC September 16th, 2021, and you can wishlist it on Steam right now.
Nicole, question. Do you think you got what it takes to be a firefighter?
Yes.
You want to maybe test those skills out in a game before trying anything dangerous?
Also, yes.
Well, then let me introduce you to Ember.
Are you ready to join the gig economy? Become your
Wait,
own boss.
isn't this out?
As a firefighter, food delivery person, or a courier, Ember hits consoles.
I know my buddy Corey was
Cross-play
playing this.
functionality.
Okay, I see. That's
For
what
up
it
to
is.
4 players.
Big update.
Rescue together.
Why was a game that's out at a show called
Escape
Future Game
together.
Show for It Takes Two? So this show's actually
Deliver together.
this is a VOD. This was the day before
Boss
the game
fight
came
together.
out, so technically they skated by.
And salvage together. Risking your life for money has never been more rewarding.
You found Future Game Show lackluster? Yeah, I mean, so
Launching
far
Summer 2021.
they haven't shown me anything new that
Ember
I'm
is out
stoked
now
for.
on PC and Stadia and is coming to consoles later this year.
Our next game takes one of the best detective adventures of recent years and makes it prettier and puzzlier, yes, that's a word, than ever before. This is Kathy Rain, the director's cut.
Hi, I'm Ariel Siegel, and I am delighted to be here at the Future Game Show to talk to you about Kathy Rain Director's Cut. This is a game that excites me a whole lot because, well, first, I play Kathy in it, but also because the Director's Cut is an even better version of the original game that launched in 2016. For those of you who have been missing out, let me fill you in on the details.
That's me.
So, Kathy Rain is a point-and-click adventure set in the 1990s.
And that's
It's
why.
the story of a strong-willed journalism major, that's me, who is forced to confront her troubled past as she investigates the mysterious death of her recently departed grandfather.
I have to be in a
Armed
very
with her
specific
motorcycle,
mood
pack of cigs,
to play a
and
point and
notepad,
click.
Kathy delves into a local mystery surrounding her hometown that takes her on a harrowing journey of emotional and personal turmoil. The Director's Cut features an extended story with more puzzles to solve and new areas to explore. There's also an expanded and remixed soundtrack, cool new bike designs to unlock, controller
You already
support,
have it
and
on
more.
iPad.
It's been almost 5 years now since Kathy was first shared with the world, and we've taken everything we've learned to give you the most complete realization of Kathy's journey yet. I, for one, love being a part of this project, and I can't wait for you all to get on the Catmobile when we launch this fall on Steam for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Oh, because her name is Kathy. The Catmobile. I see. A Raw Fury game. That makes sense. It's such a bad meme in my mind now, but like, there's
Thanks to
so
Ariel
few
for
games
showing
Raw
us
Fury
Kathy
puts
Rain,
out
the
that I
Director's
like.
Cut, which is coming to PC later this year.
In fact, I think there's only
Now it's time
one.
for a sneak peek at what's in store from our pals at Team 17. Oh, how many hours have I spent playing Worms over the years?
I do like Team 17 in games generally.
It's a very different vibe, Nicole. It's a very different vibe.
This is just a montage, I guess. I am looking forward to this. This is coming out on Game Pass. I really do like Team 17 quite a bit. Call of the Sea, I think, is the only thing I've played with Raw Fury's name on it that I like. You're a sucker for point and click games? Sure. I mean, it's a, yeah, if you're into point and click adventure games, then there's some really great ones for sure. There's some really standout ones too, for sure. Since Sierra and LucasArts days. The good days. Of course I want this. Like, I think I already have this wish listed. It has to be a specific game for you. Epic Chef. This art style reminds me of For the King, and I just want to play that now. Coco Life. Ah, Animal Crossing. Gotcha. Ready or not. Isn't there...
God damn, is this thing on? Oh, it is? Good.
It's for Team 17 comment.
This is the cult leader. I'm interrupting this broadcast to invite you all to submit to me. Submit your application to become my new cult architect when, honey, I joined a cult enter Steam Early Access.
These...
We're not a dangerous organization. In fact, we're all about the safe sex.
These prison architect / escapist games are neat, but I don't care about them at all. I played a bit of Prison Architect and was like, that was kind of fun, and just don't care for that style. So, not too excited about that one.
That was a collection of games coming from Team 17 over the coming weeks and months. For more info on them, check out GamesRadar.com.
15 games in, and we finally get to fight some zombies in Back 4 Blood. You up for some co-op play, Jeff?
I don't know. These are looking a little faster than what I'm used to.
Yeah, you're right.
This is,
Lucky for me, I've got developers Turtle Rock to show us the game instead.
This I'm super excited for. You're not gonna see Pokemon stuff. Sorry to say.
Getting
Then I
out of
riot.
here is the
Fair.
key to my happiness.
Everyone ready? Follow my lead if you can keep up.
Just try not to do anything stupid.
Hello, I'm Leanne Papp, and I'm the executive producer at Turtle Rock Studios. Right now we're working on Back 4 Blood, which is a first-person co-op zombie shooter that takes place after a catastrophic outbreak where most people have either died or have been infected by what we're calling the Devil Worm. In this game, you're part of a group of veterans that we refer to as the Cleaners, who are ready to take the fight back to the zombies, which we call the Ridden.
They're gluttons for punishment today.
This is alpha footage that stars 4 of our 8 cleaners. We've got Walker, Evangelo, Hoffman, and Holly. And
8,
as you watch the footage, you're going to see that we have a lot of different kinds of Ridden. We've got some base special Ridden like the Tall Boy and the Stinger, and then there are also mutated versions of them as well. But we've got something that's especially special for us that we're very much into and very excited about, and we feel that this is bringing something new to the genre. We have our Ogre. He is this massive mutated Ridden that rises from the ground.
That's pretty
and
dope.
in that moment, you have to decide if you're going to face off against this tanky character or run
Mark,
away
are you
and
still
face
in
the
here?
veterans.
We buying this when it comes out?
Oh, this is not good.
Tell me it has crossplay. Crossplay would be dope. Yeah.
Is it just me or are these things getting bigger?
We've got the elements that you want out in a cooperative zombie shooter, so you can gather up with your 3 friends and you're going to be taking out a bunch of Ridden. But we're also adding some roguelite elements with our card system that's actually pretty cool and provides a different spin on it and provides even more replayability to the game. So we should definitely
Okay.
talk about our game director as well as our card system. You're going to be familiar with how we start off this game. You're going to start in a safe room with 3 of your friends, and the game director is going to play what we call corruption cards. You get to know what kind of challenges he's going to throw at you and your team by looking at what these
This
cards
is
are. There
DM
might be
mode
things
for
like
Left 4 Dead.
Swarm of Bruisers or
You're down
Hidden
to
on
clown.
Fire. And you then get to know exactly what it is that you're going to face. So after you see those cards, you're then going to be given a hand from a deck that you've built. And you need to decide what cards you're going to play. Coordination with your team is going to be super key here, as you can do things like improving the quality of items and weapons that are found in the world. You can make it so your team can carry more Molotovs or med kits, or you can even do something cool like your team gets a burst of health when you get in.
Are these cool additions to an old style, or is it too much fluff on a game style that, like, the thing we go do is just cooperatively
Back 4
shooting
Blood
shit?
is coming to Xbox
Is it
Series
too
X
much?
and S, Xbox One,
Like
PS5,
bloat?
PS4, and PC. You're going to be able to play the game in the upcoming open beta on both PC and console. We're going to have more information on that soon, so stay tuned.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna check out that beta. And it's
Thanks
out on
to Turtle
everything.
Rock for showing us how real zombie killers do it.
Ever wondered how it would feel to be a Warhammer miniature? Here's the world premiere of the new cinematic trailer for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Tempest Fall.
Ooh. Okay.
World premiere.
I've been interested in this.
Once mortal, we stood against enemies of order. Our souls freed from the weakness of flesh.
Are we gonna actually see gameplay though?
Gates of heavens,
I mean, I guess we'll see.
shaped by righteousness, reforged in thunder, clad in living armor. We come down among lightning to protect the mortal realms once more. We are Sigmar's wrath manifest. In his name, we wage war! We are the Stormcast Eternals.
No, we are not.
You can step into the shoes of a Lord Arcanum when Tempest Fall launches on Oculus and Steam this summer.
Hey, Jeff, you
All
remember
right,
the
ignore
hospital
my
siege
hype.
in
Don't
Resident
care.
Evil 3?
Oh, how could I forget?
Well, this next bit is a little bit like that, except instead of zombies, I'm gonna throw loads of games at you.
Oh, that actually sounds way better.
Hey, there's Pokemon. Monster Harvest. There's your Pokemon game. There must always be one. Drive by. Why do I feel like they made that game already? Or a game very similar, in theory, to it. Fantasian. Okay. Zombieland Headshot Fever. Can we please just talk about Rampart, though? Let's try to keep it to Rampart. Endlane, Extinction is Forever. I have a feeling that's going to be a sad game. What does that say? Everybody wham wham. That's a really bad font choice for the video. Woodo. Hey chat, I got a giant Woodo right now.
more
great.
information on all those great games, make sure to check out GamesRadar.com.
But is it pseudo?
Now, if you're looking for something more
No.
melodic than the sound of Jeff's voice, you
I
should
don't
check out our next
use
game,
Linux,
The
sorry.
Longest Road on Earth. Bonus fact, this trailer contains an exclusive performance of one of the tracks in the game. Enjoy.
Does that mean DMCA?
I've been looking for a while.
I think that might mean DMCA. All right. Let's put that down a little bit, just in case. This reminds me kind of like it has like a Cart Life vibe to it. Oh, okay. Now we're just watching a music video, I guess. Okay. Are we actually gonna see like game or what's going on here? Or is that the game where you just go to work every day, come home, loveless marriage? Oh boy. She is the game? You haven't heard about Cart Life in a minute? I still every now and then chat to Richard Hoffmeyer.
The Longest Road on Earth launches on PC.
That man is interesting. That
Our
is
next
an
game
interesting
is an
man.
open-world survival simulator that put PC gamers through hell. Specifically,
Green Hell.
Green Hell. Here's an exciting new announcement from the team at Creepy Jar.
I don't think I'm gonna go back to that game, but what do they got going on? Oh, okay. That's the big news, I guess. It would be kind of neat to do that game multiplayer, but like, I don't know. The thing I kind of was interested in more than anything was what weird story shit they were doing, so.
Can you survive Green Hell? Find out when it comes to consoles in June this year.
Yeah, I think it was
Next game
Nathan's
starred
game
in
of
our
something.
Gamescom show
That
and
sounds right.
tasks 2 cooperative spies to break into top secret locations.
Well, then it's a good thing I've partnered with Jill Valentine, huh? Master of unlocking.
Here's the latest news for Operation Tango.
Finally, I get to play it on my last gen console.
Oh dear, this is a recipe for disaster.
What did you do?
I'm gonna do it. You ready?
You know what's kind of interesting? Is that a lot of these games now that are co-op are built in online because, you know, COVID made it so local co-op is kind of not a thing people can really do anymore.
Your infiltration begins on consoles and
That does
PC
look neat.
on June
I agree.
1st.
Coming up next, we take a trip into one of the deadly gauntlets of Oddworld Soulstorm. As series creator
Oh, hey.
Lauren Lanning shows
It's
us
the
what's
game
in
I'm
store
probably not going to play, but I think I'm the only person I know of that cares about.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, co-founder and creator of Oddworld, and I'm excited to be here at Future Games Show to bring you this abridged playthrough from Oddworld Soulstorm. At
Yeah,
this point,
Nintendo are
we're on a
definitely
mission
still
to
up their
hijack a
own
train
butt about
that we're
local
told
co-op,
is
that's for
at
sure.
the FAT station.
And so with each level, you get an introduction, usually of your goal happening in the background. And now we settle down to where Abe just entered into the scene. And now he needs to get to the FAT station to hijack a train. And that should be up ahead. And now he's got a little bit of a journey through the world to get there. Okay, so now you're approaching, you see a train in the distance pulling in. And now you're approaching the FAT station. So now you knew you had to reach the FAT station. There's a train, and you know you got to hijack a train.
This is really nice
You're gonna have
looking.
to get through the FAT station first, and this is a lot of where we wanted more of the story telling.
Good background shit going on.
2.9D camera, so we have that setup and that approach. It feels more cinematic. And here you can get an overlook. And if we look in there, this is the tanks and the whole area we're gonna have to get through.
Oh, I don't like that effect.
And now you're dealing with snipers. You're running across steam vents. And I'm going to go down here. We wanted to get more of that sense of height and perspective and all that. And it also reveals secret areas.
Hmm.
you wouldn't normally see, where you can go collect goods and stuff. But we're not going to go there right now because we're just going to continue on and start going into the tank field because we still got to get to the pump.
Uh-oh.
So we can get to the train, so we can complete our mission, and then catch up with our buddies at the trellis area. Here's some classic Abe play where, you know, he's using steam zones to hide from the enemies, and they can't see. They're kind of blind in the steam zone. So using the old Oddworld logic, if you can't see Abe barely, then neither can the enemies. And this was a way that you could have traversed to get past this slig. But if you use if you crafted up some inventory to this point, this would have been a stealth approach with no killing happening. This would be a little more not nice approach, where you might have used something a little more lethal. And that would be very nice, and you don't want to do that, of course, oops. But it's a different way to solve the same problem. And along the way, we're hearing radio broadcasts that are telling.
Could not have shown a more boring part, could you have?
Propaganda of the world, what they're telling the common people versus what you know is actually happening in the game. So we play off of that during these elevator rides. And if you pay attention to them, you get a little more data on the backstory and what's happening in the world. We're getting now to the pump area. There's all these more physical challenges where there's Mudokons you're going to have to get in through the pump all the way up to the train way above.
All right, here we go.
So now this is like a tower of hazards, and you're going to get more and more.
There's actually shit going on now.
And you're going to try not to get them killed, or yourself. We cabled the world, and when these cables are pulled and activated, you'll see the pulses running. So it really helped with people understanding what the problem, the puzzles were here. In cases like this, so you're getting more and more Mudokons following you through more and more dangerous conditions. And they're stacking up more and more, and the more you get, the easier it is to get lots of them more killed, even though you shouldn't. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay. And killing them, of course, is not the best karma.
I always forget what they're called. Mudokons or whatever.
Now, well, you only got there with what, one survivor. He gets rescued.
Is this Lemmings? Yeah, I mean, these games are platforming Lemmings.
From here, this gets us up to the area of the train station where we can now access the train that will then lead us on our mission forward.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to the PS5, PS4, and the Epic Games Store April 6th.
Honestly, a weird...
Purchase the game now on the Epic Games Store, and PlayStation 5 PS Plus members will be able to download the game at no extra cost.
A weird cross-section to show.
PC, PS4, and PS5 on April 6th.
First revealed at the Future Game Show last June, Serial Cleaners builds on the hit crime scene clean 'em up with 4 distinct cleaners and 4 distinct styles. Let's see a messier approach.
3 on
in our
Plus is perfect price. Yeah, I agree with you.
World premiere.
Oh my god, that blood trail, though. Cleaner 47.
Grab your mop and your rubber gloves because Serial Cleaners is coming to PC later this year. You can wishlist the game on Steam and Epic Store now.
Yeah, it looks fun.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
But neither can they hear you say, whoa. Which is exactly what you'll do when you see the amazing things Frontier is doing in Elite Dangerous Odyssey.
Elite Dangerous Odyssey, huh? Oh, right.
I'm Gareth Hughes from Frontier Developments, and I'm the lead designer on Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous Odyssey
Right now,
is
we're
where you
working
can
on
actually be on the
Odyssey,
planets. I
the most
forgot.
ambitious expansion for Elite Dangerous to date. For the first time in Elite's history, the Odyssey expansion will allow players to set foot on light atmospheric worlds powered by amazing new planetary technology. Players will be able to disembark from their ships and explore these planets, discovering new settlements and organic life forms while taking on missions and engaging in intense first-person combat. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive footage of Apex Interstellar,
Welcome to Apex Interstellar, your gateway to the stars.
a shuttle service that will be available to all Odyssey players, allowing them to explore the galaxy in a totally new way. For a small fee, Apex Interstellar will let players book their own personal shuttle, complete with AI pilot, to take them between the ports and settlements in inhabited space.
Your shuttle is ready to depart. Thank you for choosing Apex Interstellar.
Players can even call a shuttle to pick them up directly from a planet's surface, just like you'd hail a cab. Additionally, we'd like to talk about how the release of Odyssey will give players the opportunity to experience the excitement, scale, and beauty of Elite Dangerous from a brand new perspective. Odyssey's boots-on-the-ground gameplay will add on-foot exploration, salvaging, bounty hunting,
This is to get a new group of people in, right? Because I think the people that bought into Elite Dangerous already, they only care about the flying and the, like, space stuff. I don't know that they necessarily care about, like, on-the-ground stuff.
On the 29th of March. PlayStation and Xbox releases are planned for autumn 2021.
I'm sure,
Thank
like,
you
it's
for watching.
nice, but
Please enjoy the rest of the show, and we look forward to seeing you in the game.
this must be to get, like, just a whole another group of people in. Which makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you if you have the capability to? Yeah, Star Citizen. Fuck.
Thanks to Gareth for that look at the game. The Elite Dangerous Odyssey Alpha will be available on PC starting March 29th. Imagine what you could do with a machine that can read memories. That's the killer setup of Don't Forget Me, a new adventure game from the Moon Pirates and...
Most of my memories involve being chased by a giant mutant.
Oh, yeah. You remember that time the bug, like, laid eggs in you?
Ugh. Don't talk about it, Jeff.
I remember that scene well. It's all I think about. Sierra Madre. That's a cute little Easter egg. I like that. This definitely does look like a Sierra game. That style of, like, I don't know if it's like the characters or the background or what, just everything. Again, I'm probably not going to get that, but it looks neat.
Don't Forget Me launches on PC later this year.
Next up, let's look at two new titles from movie games. The Polish studio is teaming up with Platij Image, who are famous for their work on Ubisoft and Sega CGI movies. Look out for more info on that in the summer. And here's what movie games are working on right now.
"98 Degrees." Hey, I love that band. Oh. house fire. Holy shit. That's when we come in. Man, what's with the firefighting games? Okay, sure.
The Great War didn't start as something we were worried about. We had no idea how it would change when they sent us directly to the front line and into the chaos.
What is this, War Doctors sort of thing?
And then in the mud and drama of trench death.
You're also getting firefighting ads on YouTube? Weird. Huh.
And how to choose between life and death. Because every saved life counts.
It's called War Hospital, right? Not Save Humanity? Okay.
Movie Games says you can look forward to hearing more on War Hospital and Fire Commander later this year.
Our next game debuted on Stadia and is finally coming to other platforms. To find out why Lost Words Beyond the Page is such a special world, let's join director Mark Backler and writer Rihanna Pratchett.
Hey, Rihanna Pratchett.
Hi, I'm Mark Backler. I'm the founder of Sketchbook Games and the creative director of Lost Words Beyond the Page.
I'm Rihanna Pratchett. I'm a writer for video games, film, TV and comics, and I wrote the script for Lost Words Beyond the Page, and I'm working on lots and lots of secret things.
At the moment, we're just putting the finishing touches to Lost Words for Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
I really like
We played a game as Izzy, who is about
there was a game like this
11 or 12
called
and she's just been given a journal for her birthday. She's always wanted to be a writer.
what was it
so
called
she
now?
starts writing. She has to deal with some difficult news about her gran, who
Mental
gave her the
Drift
journal in the first place, and she decided
by
to
a
write
company called
story
Lo and Behold Games, where you used words to like
See her
do stuff in the
go
world.
Not just on a journey through the pages of her diary, but also through the fantasy world that she's been writing.
I'm glad to see the ideas being done by like
the story starts to kind of reflect
a bigger studio. I don't know
the
if they're
seven
bigger.
stages of grief as art inspiration, as music inspiration, as puzzle inspiration, and it's basically, you know, fantasy is a lens through which we can examine the real world, and this is a very kind of a very visual representation of that.
The two worlds in the game play into each other in a number of different ways. So the things that happen to Izzy in her real life end up having repercussions in the fantasy world. We also see these little post-it notes on the desk around the diary that sort of show the evolution of some of the characters that you'll later be bumping into in Astoria, and different ideas that Izzy has had. The game is split into like 8 main chapters. Each one of those begins in the pages of the diary and then transitions into the world of Astoria sort of halfway through. Lost Words is out on the 6th of April on Steam, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. So you can jump onto Steam
Hey, Sunslayer.
and wishlist it right now.
Neat. I'm really glad somebody ran with that idea. I always thought Mental Drift had a cool premise to it.
Consoles on April 6th, and you can wishlist it now.
In space, no one can hear you scream, but neither.
Whoa, Nicole, I already used that intro.
Oh, really? Our next world premiere is set in space, and it looks really spooky, so I thought, like...
Honestly, you had me at world premiere, so you could probably just cut it there.
World premiere.
An Italian Games Factory production.
In the second era of the human empire, sonic matter was discovered in the galaxy of Neteron. It was here that humans decided to build the Metal Mother facility to harvest the sonic matter,
Got it,
the most
Sunslayer.
precious element in the universe. But it wasn't long before they discovered they were not alone.
Oh, right. What the fuck was this thing called? They showed a little bit of this a while back. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Haunted Space doesn't sound familiar at all. I must be thinking of something else.
That was our first look at Haunted Space, coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S sometime in the future. One Steam review describes our next game as Reservoir Dogs with more falling over.
Well, I guess I'd be Mr. Interested.
Okay, it's time for guns, cars, and double-crossing galore in Cryptic Sea's truly unique Sub Rosa.
Devolver game, huh? Okay, let's see. So we got like a paper craft art style. I dig it. Oh shit.
Go time.
Don't copy that floppy. No one will recognize those. I hope we get some gameplay. This is gameplay. I have a feeling we are not getting gameplay. Available in early access. Okay.
We're pleased to confirm that Sub Rosa is available right now through Steam Early Access, so you can start building your criminal empire today.
Okay.
All right.
I hope you have
let's
your
take a look.
hankies ready as we return to one of the most emotional game series of recent years. Please welcome Zach Garris, Chief Creative Officer of Deck 9 Games, to give us a new look around Haven Springs.
Early access, $23 Canadian.
Alex, be careful. I am Zach Garris. I am the Chief Creative Officer at Deck 9 Games and the Game Director of Life is Strange: True Colors. It's a brand new adventure.
It's a first-person shooter.
Coming off the heels of making Before the Storm, we wanted to explore, who we are as storytellers and what the franchise has to offer fans with new characters and a new setting. And we're really.
It's a multiplayer first-person shooter.
What do you think?
I love it.
So in Life is Strange: True Colors,
Huh.
you play as Alex Chen. Alex is a young woman who's just left the foster care system. She's had a very difficult childhood, but she's also now about to start something new.
It really does look like
with her older brother.
a
Alex is not
Pixar
like
video
other
game
people.
or something.
Alex has a supernatural sensitivity to the emotional states of others. And it's not just the ability to read or be aware of other people's emotions. If people around her are feeling rage or grief or terror, the emotion overwhelms Alex and she feels it too. It gives her an empathic connection with that person. It gives her insight into what's motivating whatever that person might be going through. Up until this point in her life, this has been a curse. This has alienated her from
Man,
others. This has led to
I'm
behavior
sorry,
people
I
around
don't
her
fucking
don't
care.
understand and probably mostly condemn.
Remember when the power your character
Life is
had
Strange:
was
True Colors,
fucking
we wanted
time
to,
travel?
Explore having more agency.
That was neat.
Given to the player in terms of where they go, who they interact with, and the ownership.
Yeah,
that they
it's
can
don't
take
nod.
over the story and over Alex's engagement with that town. And so we have built out
That
a larger
environment
space
design,
we
though,
typically see
so
in
good.
a Life is Strange game, and I think we're very excited about.
Their character models still could use a little work, in my opinion. Some of them more so than others.
One of the most exciting components to Life is Strange: True Colors is that Steph returns as a character. She was.
That's one of the more exciting components of the game.
Character became a fan favorite. We wanted to really take that character and do much more with her.
Sure,
And
that makes sense.
Partly it's a desire to continue to honor the depth and richness of the universe overall, that this is an interconnected place and that you're going to see from time to time characters from other adventures.
I think Alex's model
part
looks
of what's really
fine.
promising about the Life is
What was
Strange
her name?
universe
Jen?
Is its
She
breadth,
looks
its
fine.
depth, its potential, new stories, different walks of
Oh,
life.
right, and the remake
We're
of
really
the
shifting
original.
franchise into a more of an anthology series. And so rather than order the titles
Remaster?
sequentially when they're not actually sequels necessarily, it made more sense to name each game according to
Yeah,
their
I want to
story
play that game
is
a lot,
and how
actually,
that's sort
David.
of participating in that larger universe.
Super interested
True
in it.
Colors just fits for what Alex Chen's story becomes.
I'm glad you two met. Is this dude my best friend?
And this dude hands me the best beers.
The guy on the
Coast
left
of
is
Romance,
well done.
Life
The
is
guy on the
Strange:
right
True
could use a little
Colors
bit of work.
offers players more choice.
I think it's hair.
and
They don't do
experience
hair
more
well, so the guys with facial hair look kind of
we're proud
shitty.
of that. I think we're excited about the kinds of relationships that you can develop throughout the whole town, and in particular, the relationships that you can have with both Ryan and Steph, who are integral to the storyline and in the shape of how the player chooses to engage with them in that story can become sort of romantic interest for Alex. Life is Strange: True Colors will be available in September on current and next-gen consoles and PC.
Well, I'll be getting emotionally wrecked when Life is Strange: True Colors launches in September for next-gen consoles and PC.
5 years ago, developers LKA wowed us with their psychological horror, The Town of Light. In 2021, they return with an all-new next-gen psychological thriller. Are you ready for Martha is Dead?
Martha is Dead. Pre-alpha footage. Okay. Martha!
Will you tell me a bedtime story?
Not tonight. There's a fog.
We should have been there. Not her.
Why did you say Martha?
Wake up. You have another daughter, you know? The one who is living, remember?
What do you say, Irene? Julia's dead. What are you babbling about?
Julia, is everything okay?
Oh, God. That guy got wrecked. They didn't really say anything to me about what that game is.
Martha is Dead, published by Wired Productions, comes to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC in 2021.
Okay.
Do you ever look at the state
We'll see.
of modern civilization and think, God, I could do so much better than this?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen 2020?
What do I need to know? Anything.
Time
What's
to
the
put your money where
gameplay?
your mouth is and
There's someone
Amplitude
named Martha
Studios'
and she's dead.
historical strategy
I
epic.
guess we do know that. We don't know that she's necessarily dead.
With Amplitude, wanted to create these huge, amazing horror games. Games that would dust off the genre we love so much. In Humankind, you have one main innovation, which is the ability to create your own civilization out of 60 different cultures.
The idea is that we give the player these historically accurate bricks.
It's a game I Am Dead, except the person playing it named Martha.
We always had a group of people close to each other. With Diplomacy, we want to give you all these tools to be able to interact with these empires, to create a bond and a link, to create these alliances, or have to go to war with them.
Oh man, Dungeon of the Endless, though.
What was really important for Diplomacy was the stories that players would tell each other. If you look at, say, the First World War, what happened, it wasn't a direct engagement immediately. There was a lot of people getting roped in, alliances playing off against each other, negotiations. So, in order to be historically authentic, we needed to add a little bit more, more tools in the player's toolbox, things like bride or propose, threaten, demand. We want things to feel, nicely immediate. We don't want to have sort of a round-robin vote of everyone deciding what to do. We want you to get feedback interactions, make things feel nicely quick, immediate, impactful. Your civilization needs resources in order to build units, to build infrastructures, and to boost its economy. You can acquire these resources either aggressively, by claiming territory and exploiting them yourself, or you can buy them from another civilization.
When a civilization's choices create a situation that is deemed offensive or otherwise unacceptable by another, a grievance is generated. Transferring control of a border territory, paying a sum of money, changing a law or religion.
These games are cool. Listening to them is like listening to a boring art history lecture.
Civilizations have declared war. They'll need to think about their population's support for this war, or morale. This is a value that will tend to decrease over time because people get fed up with fighting a conflict. You can also damage the other side's morale by winning battles against them, by occupying their cities. In Humankind, your empire's choices with regards to events and the civics that you choose will define your empire's ideology. So depending on these choices, I'll have an ideology that will be defined. Based on this proximity, it will be more or less difficult to go to war or to sign peace treaties. So, for instance, two civilizations that are very close will have trouble maintaining a war, but it will be a lot easier to sign treaties because the populations feel a certain sort of brotherhood.
In the diplomacy of Humankind, the possibilities are endless. You want to
well, this game's out. I think this is for an update, right? I'm pretty sure this game's actually already out.
It's up to you to decide how you will mark.
Yeah, Humankind is out. I think. Oh no, wait. Wait. No, it releases in August. Okay. You can pre-order it now.
Okay, that one I can't wait to get my hands on. What have we got coming up next, Nicole?
Our next game,
Humankind
breakout star
2077.
of last month's PlayStation State of Play.
Oh, this is Sifu,
Tell us
right?
more about the limb-snapping kung fu combat of Sifu. Please welcome developers Slow Clap.
I am kind of interested in this.
Hi, I'm Pierre. I'm from Slow Clap Studio, an independent game studio based in Paris, France. In Sifu, you play the role of a young Kung Fu student who is on a path for revenge after his whole family was.
I'm kind of interested because Absolver
mysterious assassins, and
had pretty fun combat, but like was kind of meh. So if they're like,
you will have to use every tool at your disposal, whether it's your Kung Fu skills or
they're doing more with that combat and like actually having a story or something, sounds fucking dope. I'm down with that.
You may have seen our real trailer in the recent State of Play, and today we're excited to share some more information about the game regarding combat. As you progress through the game, you'll encounter 5 bosses who are all connected to you and who are basically the assassins of your family.
Man.
These 5 bosses have been inspired by Kung Fu values and the 5
that sounds short. That was my problem with Absolver. Absolver's like a 5-hour game.
Water, metal, and earth.
At worst.
As you saw in the trailer, when your character dies, he revives instantly where they fell, and when your character revives, your character will age every time. Kung Fu is
weird.
Means literally mastery through practice, and this is really an important theme of the game because we want players to feel like they've learned Kung Fu as they've played the game and like actually gain this mastery. Sifu is meant to be a challenging game for sure. There is a limit to how much you can age, of course, and I think we'll be discussing more about what exactly happens when you do have that game over in the coming weeks and months.
This game looks cool.
Sifu will be released in 2021 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and on the Epic Game Store.
Okay. I was like, say PC, motherfucker. Say it. You think Sifu's coming to Game Pass? I mean, it's not even coming to Xbox, apparently.
Sifu hits PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 later in 2021.
Hey, Savior.
And that brings our spring showcase to an end. I want to see a huge thank you to...
Whoa, Nicole. Nicole, come on. Look, we can't end it there. Right, in true Resident Evil fashion, there's always got to be one final boss form to fight.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, I can find one more surprise. Roll the tape.
Ooh, Kena. I want this game so freaking bad.
You are kind. You sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it.
You already bought it? It went well, Savior. Thanks for asking. It is surprising to me that this game's like $40. It's a cheaper game.
Hi.
So ignore what I said about Life is Strange True Colors or whatever looking like a Pixar game. This actually looks like a Pixar game. Like, straight up. I wonder how it's going to run on everything. I'm a little bit worried because I remember last time talking about this game or whatever, that the pedigree behind it are like movie animators or like video animators. So I'm a little bit worried what that means for how it's going to be optimized for different consoles as a video game.
The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
PS4. Like, how is it going to run on a PS4? Besides shittily.
And that definitely wraps up our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Special thank you to Nicole and a very
Pixar could make a game.
The amazing developers who helped make this happen.
You can head over to the Future Game Show page on Steam to add your favorite games from today's show to your wish list. And don't forget to check out GamesRadar.com for all of your news, guides, and features.
I'm Jeff Shine.
And I'm Nicole Tompkins. And this has been the third Future Game Show.
Rena 2077. All right, later, David. Stupid rat game. I'm officially more excited for Sifu now. Seeing more of it. So that's cool. I really wish they had shown more of that Age of Sigmar or Warhammer game. But other than that, like, it was just neat to see some of the stuff I'm already excited for. Like this, like Back 4 Blood. Like, I want Back 4 Blood already. I want Chris Tales. I want Axiom Verge 2. Like, I already knew these things. So, I guess nothing new, necessarily, for me that really was like, oh man, that's neat. Just reminding me that games are coming out that I'm excited for.